like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami. What? I walk the walk, I talk the talk, I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how did this happen, wishing on a star.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Tonight, we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
This league is all about speed in the receiver position, and Jalen Guyton, he's got it in abundance. Almost 1,000 yards over the last 2 seasons in Los Angeles while playing as the Chargers' 3rd or 4th receiver much of the time. Nice first down pickup with that catch.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is...
Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has, the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Finding Hardman here over the middle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Hurts. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Williams brings it in. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards that time.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
Hurts throw here complete to Kelsey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Let's go now.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Butker's kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now is not the time to panic. All is well, somewhat calm, only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. The Charger drive about to get going. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. He's got room at the 30, and he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the 22, Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who are happy to take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 30 on second down, Hurts. Finding Edwards-Helaire once again. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with the 3rd-year man, Clyde. Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On first down, it's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it.
He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams from 17 yards out. And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and a route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st down, Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're getting to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 23. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be 1 completion away from stealing a late field goal here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding what receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. The bottom line is it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get down.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
That one throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on second down. Hurts. Throw right side, going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll look to throw again. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here comes the rookie 7th-round pick. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And a short pickup to about the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Eckler now between the tackles. Down to the 42, second down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once more, here's Eckler. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 97 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Up the middle with Eckler, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. .46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And they're going to get this up to midfield. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
A handoff, it's Eckler, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's George Karlaftis greeting him behind the line with a big stop. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. It's Eckler again. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 110 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and it was a